Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I thought I would make a video, and this is for a lot of you out there, and I previously have made this video, and I had a ton of people come in there and thank me for it because they had found it, and I feel like this is something that we need to talk about a little bit more often. I need to make sure there are more videos out there for this because you don't see this, and that is not being embarrassed about your loose skin. And I want to explain this to a lot of you guys and help you to understand why it doesn't matter and why you can't be embarrassed. And I'm probably the only fitness YouTuber who vlogs all of his training. I do all of it shirtless. Um, I have almost 80 million views on here, over 100,000 subscribers. And you know what? A lot of people would see this and say, oh, well, who are at least have the same issue, who've lost large amounts of fat. I lost over 100 pounds of body fat. I got very, very fat when I was sick. And I still have loose skin. I still have loose skin. And no, I don't plan on getting a surgery for it. I don't plan on getting a surgery for it. But it's seen every day. Now, a lot of you who have the loose skin, you might say, well, I'm surprised he's that confident with it. And I bet you people give him a lot of respect for that. And actually, you'd be surprised how much hate I get for it. You know, but it doesn't matter. And that's the point I want to make to you guys who are struggling with this. You're embarrassed about your loose skin. Some of you are in the middle of your weight loss journey and you're seeing it already. You're freaking out because you're like, oh my God, this is going to look horrible. Well, let me explain something to you. It doesn't matter if a few clowns thinks it looks horrible because, you know, realistically, people will judge you and you have to accept that and you have to be comfortable with that. I literally have people come to my comments. You just don't see them because I ban them, who come to my comments every single day. Considering the number of views I have, and the number of people who know I'm out there, this is going to happen. I have people every day say, wow, you are absolutely hideous and disgusting. You need to put a shirt on. And before you say, oh, that's just anonymous people on the internet. No, even a channel by the name of Vitruvian Vasik, who has hundreds of thousands of followers. Again, one of these aesthetics obsessed clowns actually put my picture of my body in a video, like highlighting my loose skin because it was in the middle. I was water cutting for a powerlifting meet, and I took my shirt off to show, you know, what was happening as I was dropping 18 pounds of water weight to make weight for a powerlifting meet, right? And my loose skin was even worse, and I showed it. And he took a picture of that and put it in a video and said, he didn't put my name on it, but it was my picture, and he said, this guy has genetics so bad that God hates him. He actually highlighted my loose skin and said that he basically associated having loose skin with being genetically inferior and said that God hates me. I mean, so for people to think, oh, I mean, you probably don't get anything but respect for this. Oh, absolutely not. It's quite the opposite. It's quite the opposite. But here's the thing. Notice I don't quit training shirtless. Do you know why? Because I've put in a lot of work. And no, I'm not a physique guy. I don't care about being beautiful. I care about being strong. I'm 43 years old and trying to get my strength numbers to the elite level, right? I'm trying to have an elite squat, bench, and deadlift. I'm trying to be as strong as humanly possible as a guy in my 40s who's lost 100 pounds. I don't care about looking pretty. And you know what? I just have it all there. You guys can see it. I mean, everything's there. It is what it is. And here's the point I would make to you. You have to be confident about that. And you know what? Yes, I have the loose skin, but man, that is basically a battle scar. That's what it is. And anybody who's ever lost 50 or 100 or 150 pounds, they know, man, that is hard. Oh my God, it's hard. It's so much work. And it has to be. I mean, when you think about it, 100 pounds of fat. And people say, what do you mean work? Well, it's work. For every pound of fat that you lose, that's a 3,500 calorie deficit. So if you've lost 100 pounds of fat, that's 350,000 calories that you had to burn more than you ate over a period of time. Okay? That means you've had to put in some work, guys. Okay? You've had to put in some work. And we have to be realistic about that. Humans do not have the ability to create or destroy energy. Right? That is stored energy that you ate. You have to burn it. And I did, and a lot of you out there have also. And you know what? Here's the sad part. Here's the sad part. There are people out there who have made these sort of life-changing, phenomenal changes. Something that they should be proud of. I'm proud of mine. I'm proud of the fact that I lost 100 pounds of fat. I'm proud of the fact that after doing all that, after learning to walk again, because I got really sick. You know, I squat in mid 500s. I deadlift over 600 pounds now. And I lost 100 pounds of fat. Like, I'm proud of that fact. The problem is that when you're embarrassed by it, it makes it hard to be proud, doesn't it? And you can't be that way. Look, those of you out there who've lost so much fat that you got loose skin, okay, that's a sign that you have been through some stuff. That is a sign that you have overcome something. You've overcome something that most people struggle with, because most fat people can't do that. They can't do it. It's not within their ability. They fail over and over and over. And you have been successful. It's something that 90% of people who try to do fail at. Okay, that's exceptional. And you have to be proud of it. You can't be embarrassed by it. Be proud of that. And you know what? Any reasonable person, if any person who is not borderline mentally handicapped sees your loose skin, they know what it is. Right? They know what that is. They know that's not because you're currently fat. They know that that's loose skin and a little bit of fat adhering to it because you lost an enormous amount of weight. Okay, anyone with common sense sees that and knows what loose skin is. Right? Only really slow or stupid people don't recognize it. And if somebody wants to make fun of you for it or wants to look down on you for it, you need to realize what that says about them as a person. Right? How much of a loser and a piece of shit looks at a person who has put in some major hard work and adversity and thinks it's something to mock. I mean, that would be like seeing someone who's lost a leg somewhere and then, oh, you're going to make fun of them for it, right? What sort of a piece of shit does that make you? Right? That makes you a useless garbage piece of shit person. So it's the same thing if someone is actually going to look down on you because you have overcome adversity and done something that most people in your situation are not capable of doing. If they think that's something to be mocked, they're a piece of shit. And if they're a piece of shit, because that's what they are, and that's how I personally view it. Like that guy, that other YouTuber who actually put that in a video, he's obviously a scumbag piece of shit. So why would I want his respect, right? That guy is a garbage human being for making fun of people's loose skin and saying that they're genetically inferior because they have a bunch of loose skin from fat loss, right? So why would I want his respect? Like why would you want respect of somebody who's a terrible person? You have to look at it that way, and only a really terrible person is going to look down on you for that. You can't be embarrassed. You can't be ashamed. Right? And use me as the example. I'm up here every day with my shirt off. You can see it. And I just keep putting in the work. I keep working day after day after day on being the best version of myself and getting better for everybody to see. And you know what? Yes, there are going to be people who are going to make fun of you. But you can't let that stop you from being proud of your personal journey. You can't let that stop you from saying, hey, look, this is who I am. This is what I've been through. This is what I've overcome. And I'm going to keep getting better. You can't let that discourage you from getting better. I mean, that's the worst part I've ever heard. I've heard people actually say, well, I don't want to lose weight because I'm scared of having loose skin. It's like, would you rather have another 50 pounds of fat? 100 pounds of fat that's going to kill you? It's going to reduce your quality of life. It's going to give you heart disease, cancer, diabetes, or a little bit of loose skin. You know? And that's the scary part, that there are people who are so embarrassed by the idea that they're willing to sacrifice their quality of life and their lifespan over it. Okay? We have to do something about that, right? We have to put out the message that it's okay. And that's the way I look at it. Look, you can see it. You can see what I do. But if that encourages one person out there who's on their weight loss journey, who really, I mean, if you're 100 pounds overweight, your life is on the line. This is life and death. It's not a joke. It's not even about looking good. That's about dying 30 years too young. Okay, if just one person sees that and says, hey, well, this guy's doing it and he's got loose skin from losing 100 pounds and he's not embarrassed, it's okay, and that person makes a change that saves their life, it's worth a little bit of ridicule. And I would say that's true of all of you who are going through that. Or if you have the loose skin, man, use it to inspire other people. Use it to make the world a better place. Use it to show other people, look, it's okay. Not only can you lose the weight, but it's not that bad. I'm proud of who I am. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid for people to see it. Don't be. Think of it as a battle scar. You've been through some stuff, right? You've been through hell and you've overcome it. And if you are not allowed to have some pride in that, man, like you've got to step back and ask, what are you doing? Got to change your mindset. Got to change your mindset, because we have to be that way. If we want to be the best versions of ourselves, we have to have that mindset. We have to strive to do our best, and we have to be proud of our achievements and our accomplishments, right? We have to be, because if we aren't, we're not going to strive for the next one. And if we're not striving to always improve, we'll never be the best version of ourselves, guys. Don't be ashamed. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.